Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's get right to this video. Y'all want to see this.
When you need someone you can talk to, I will be there to give you help. Please change your mind, well easy. Negativity is not an option. When you need someone you can talk to, I will be there to give you help.
Before we get into today's video, I want to introduce you to our sponsor, My Reseller Genie. Here on DIY Dollar Bills, we talk a lot about software that could really help you in your reseller business. Not all of it's really necessary for you to carry on in your business, but this one is necessary. My Reseller Genie is software that helps you with your accounting for your reseller business. Account for unlimited selling platforms, have a complete accounting solution, manage your inventory and sales in one place, record your cost of goods, track your sales tax, track your cash flow, account for all of your other business expenses, and so much more. This is a very necessary tool for you with everything that the government is doing with the IRS. GoDaddy bookkeeping is gone, and QuickBooks can't really help you the way you need. This is the one solution that you must have for your reselling business. Try My Reseller Genie today. Sign up with the link below and get 30% off your first month. Make sure you use the code DIY Dollar Bills upon sign up to get that 30% off. Made by resellers for resellers. Again, try My Reseller Genie today. It's a must-have. What's up, everybody? This is Gary D for DIY Dollar Bills. Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Day 2023. This is my last video of the year. I have a video coming up. It's already scheduled to be released on New Year's Day, which is my 2-year anniversary for DIY Dollar Bills. And stay tuned and watch for that video. Some changes I'm making and stuff like that. But in the meantime, let's do this video here. This is my last video of the year. This is a very, very important video. So as you know, I've been doing the Amazon and I've been using BuyBot Pro, which is not the most talked about piece of software in the Amazon selling space. So people more talk about Seller Amp. I'm letting you know right now, before I continue, I'm leaving my face off this video. I need as much of the screen as possible for this video. So you're only going to hear my voice while you're going to see me move around the screen and talk. All right. So we're going to talk about, there's people in my comments who have mentioned Keepa, and I've been avoiding using Keepa for almost this 1.5 or 2 years that I've been selling on Amazon. And I have, for the most part, only because I haven't been selling on Amazon as much as I should have until the past month or two, And then also Seller Amp, which is more widely talked about among the Amazon seller space. So we are going to do Keepa versus Seller Amp versus BuyBot Pro right here, right now. We're going to talk about, now, I just want to make it clear. I have FlipMine on the screen, so I'm going to find the item that we're going to use. I'm going to find it easier with FlipMine. I just want to make it clear. I am not going to talk about the negatives of each product. Now, I've been messing with Keepa for 2 weeks. For 3 weeks. I've been messing with Seller Amp for 2 weeks. And I think I understand them. Seller Amp was easy to understand because it's a lot like BuyBot Pro. There are some extra little things that Seller Amp may have, or, some things that BuyBot Pro, see what the layout is for you. And there's some things in Keepa. There's things in all three of them that I love. So we're going to talk about those things right now, okay? So let's find an item. I'm not going to do a book. I want to do a toy. We're going to do something that's significant here. I don't want to do a book to compare. All right? Let's do. So, if you haven't got FlipMine, the links, all my links are off the software below. But here is the FlipMine link. And of course, we're going to find, not Funko Pop, let's find something here that's a little bit more expensive here. Let's go something that's a little more, no, hold on. There we go. $1,100. All right, whoa. What is this? All right. Let's remove this here. It's expensive stuff here. All right, let me hey, this is live. I don't do cuts on my videos. I don't really do cuts like that. Let's just go back to the way it was. That's Horror Exorcist Ring and Action 8-figure Now let's just do this one here. All right, so we're going to go to Amazon here. All right, so right now we're going to show off SellerAmp. We're going to look at Keepa first. All right, for this exercise. Now it says I'm ungated. This price that we have up here, this is the regular price for $29.99. Let's scroll down. Here's the Keepa extension up here to the right. You can see where I'm circling the mouse. And I'm going to go down, and here is the Keepa chart. Now, we're going to look at Keepa chart. We're going to look at this toy. Then we're going to look at a DVD as well. All right, so we can see a little bit of difference in the chart setting, in the charts here. All right, first things first. This here, it looks like Amazon. This is not the best listing for me to show you right off the top. Let's go to a movie. This is not the best listing to show. Let's go right to a movie. Movies, because that's something that usually Amazon's a lot of time is on the listing of some of these movies. Here's a good one here, the Ken Burns War box set. Okay, all right. So we are going to scroll down here, and there is a Keepa chart. Now this is a fully paid Keepa chart. Keepa chart is 19 euros a month, which the euro is kind of weak against the dollar right now. So it basically costs $20, $20.83 for this month, but it could go up to $23 per month depending on it. They charge by the euro here. All right, I'm trying to keep my mouth watered here. All right, so the first thing we see is let's cut this out and let's look at used. All right. Because some of you get used DVDs. Now, I recently bought 400 used DVDs, 450 for about $200 through 4 different people around Central Florida lately. Mainly because I wanted to just experiment with that. If it doesn't work out, I can box them up and make 50% my money plus 50% profit by doing, getting rid of them, big sales or whatever like that. All right, so. As you can see here, we have a used. So this is the price of a used DVD, and you see the price: $4, $6. Gone up on December 1st, it was $3. So the price isn't very much worth it unless you get the DVDs for like 50 cents. But even if you do, Keepa is the only of these charts. Well, Keepa is one. BuyBot Pro does not show you used prices. I'm not sure about SellerAmp. We're going to look at that in a second. But BuyBot Pro does not show you used prices. That's not a negative. If you use that as a software, you might want to deal. You mainly want to deal in new stuff with this. All right. Let's look at the sales rank. You see the sales rank here. All right. Here's every time it drops, it's a sale. 4,000. What's the lowest rank? 4,000, 2,000 here. December 24th. Today's the 25th. So as of December 24th, 3,000 the sales rank every time it dropped. Is Amazon on the listing? No, they're not. The buy box price. This is the price that it was hitting at the buy box. Here's the price for new. That's the lowest price. Doesn't mean it sells for that price. All right. Third party FBA right there. There's your buy box price. FBA prices. If I got rid of the rest of these. This, every time you see these little triangles, that's how much it sold for at that time. So on this day here, about the 23rd or so, it sold for this price. You see the prices it's selling. Selling consistently every day. Here's like 3 or 4 sales in a row, and these prices are around $34. All right, FBM. This is basically how you use Keepa right here. $34 FBM. This is sold from somebody's house. So you have the used prices. There's collectible price. I don't know. List trade in eBay. Look, here it is on eBay. All right. This is a pretty cool feature. Both BuyBot Pro and I believe SellerAmp has this too. All right. So this is Keepa here. This is the basics of Keepa. Now let's go to one of my more important favorite. Here's an eBay used for $8.95. You can click on this and you find it here. So this can lead you back to the setting that you get from FlipMind, back to the pages you get from FlipMind. If you want to see, FlipMind will show you one seller, but you can actually go and list
and look at everybody who's selling it through that link here. All right, so here's $14.99, $22, and find your new other. I would never buy anything that says other. You want to buy all new. All right, best over here. We click on new. 70 people are selling it, brand new, $18, $21. Sort by match. Price for shipping lowest first, $19.95. That's the lowest price you can find it right now. And brand new third-party FBA, it's selling at the low price of $34. All right. This basically Keepa in a little bit of a nutshell. I'm going to expand the nutshell a little bit. Here's my most favorite part of Keepa, the data. All right, so you go to the data, and it basically does kind of show you in numbers the same information that you're kind of getting, including the used stuff, that you're kind of getting on BuyBot Pro and SellerAmp. You're kind of getting that already, right? So Keepa is fantastic. I've not been using it. I haven't been selling as much on Amazon, so no big deal. It's not like when I was listing on 5 platforms and not using lists perfectly. That was dumb back then. But this is, as you go much deeper and you sell a lot on Amazon, I could see Keepa is a keeper. All right. Look at the data here. Product details, sales current, 30-day average sales rank, sales drops. That means how many times is it sold in 30 days? 69 times. 90 days, 178 times. It tells you those numbers exactly. Exactly, right? It's all the manufacturer, all the detail about the stuff. The FBA pick and pack fee, $5.06. So it tells you the fees. Buy box used, condition, used good. 3,000 reviews. I mean, it gives you all this great information here. Now, let's look at buy box statistics. Buy box statistics is important, and here's why it's important. You're going to see here who's selling it, who's selling it now, who sold it at all, and who sold it most recently, and what price it was sold for most recently. So this person here has 25 in stock. They've been selling it. They've been selling 66% of them. This is where you see if Amazon is on the listing. Now, SellerAmp and BuyBot Pro, I don't see. They do tell you Amazon sometimes shares the buy box. Amazon doesn't like to share the buy box, or Amazon is very likely or shares the buy box, but it doesn't give you the percentage. Keepa tells you exactly. Amazon's on the listing, but they share the buy box half the time. That means you have to do the math. So if there's 100 items in stock, and buy box and Amazon has 50 of them, and 2 other sellers each have 50, they're getting between them a quarter of the sales. You can get in on that, right? You figure you may sell. You would do the math. How many do you have? How long will it take to get rid of them if Amazon's selling the buy box half the time? Well, same case here. 66% of the time, the average price at $43.52. Look at these prices that are lower, right? 3%. Now, it's not showing the exact stock of all these sellers, what they sold before. But check this out. They're probably low in stock. They probably had one off. This person had 25. It makes me think that if you have a large amount of stock of one item, Amazon will give you the buy box more, or you're just selling it more. But look at the price that they're selling at. More importantly, this guy sold it 9 days ago for $38. Let's do this in a row. Somebody just sold it for $34.68. Then one sold for $38.38 8 hours ago. But this person is among the highest price. Look at this, $48 12 days ago. So let's stick in the past 48 hours. 2 days ago, 38, 34, 37. The buy box at $43 was still won by these people at $43. You can sell this for a higher price at all these 30s that you see. I would prop my price at $42.99 and be confident that I would sell this out. Sell if I had 1 or 2 copies, that I would sell them out pretty quickly. This is what's that right there. This part of Keepa right here is one of the best parts of it here. Settings. I don't mess with the settings, the data, and the price history. Those are the 2 parts. The data, settings. Let's see offers. What's offers here? Never really messed with that. Shipping Prime. Yeah, I never really messed with that too much. You don't have to, when you get a piece of software, buy box you. Here's the used prices for people who've been selling it used. So if you get a good one used, you could sell it for this price here. One sold just says just now for $14.30. All right. So you can if you click here, average used offer count. Let me see, buy box statistics, average new offer count, stock. I'm still learning about Keepa, and there's still a lot to understand about it, but I definitely say this is a piece of software that you gotta keep. This is a fantastic piece of software. I'll never stop paying for it and using it. And like I said, when I go full born into Amazon after I come back for my little vacation next week, it's gonna be this will be used a lot to do analyzations. I avoided it at first because BuyBot Pro has a small version of Keepa like on it. It gets its charts from Keepa, so does SellerAmp. It gets its information, and I think those pieces of software were made to use for people who don't like to read this. This can be confusing. Down here we have new offer. If we get rid of the other ones, you can see new offer count. We're at 25 now. It's gone up as high as 28. It's gone as low as 16. Notice when the offer count goes down, right? The price goes up. Notice as the offer comes high, the price goes down. Supply and demand, people. You're witnessing it firsthand right here. Come down, price goes up. Offer count comes up, price goes down. Because people come up there and they start tanking the price. This is also something that you'd have to use in your judgment. There's 25 people on this listing. Yeah, I would sell it $42.99. How long would it actually take? How many people are on the listing? So if people are on the listing, if less than 10 people are on the listing, you're gonna have if you have 17 people on the listing, you could sell this sucker for $48. You could see a whole history here. If we go down a little bit here to price history, you can look at it says 60 drops a month. Where are you at, baby? Data. Let's go back to data. 365 days. You can look back all the way back here. This just shows you the past. This just shows you the past. Looks like 90 days here. 3-minute statistics. Share graph. There we go. Let's look at the past. Let's look at all 4,294 days. This is when it started selling on Amazon, and you could see the charts. You could look at the history. Look how high the ranking was here. So you could see the history of when it started selling. All right, was Amazon on the listing? Amazon was at the listing at the beginning. That's why. Check this out. So here's something that's very important. Do you see sales here? But you don't see any third parties, right? But you see sales here. That's because Amazon used to sell this up to 2018. Then they stopped. They stopped selling. All right. They were the only ones. The only people selling. Was anybody even selling at FBM? Nope. That means Amazon wasn't allowing anybody to sell it until about 5 years ago. All right. Even before that, Amazon was the only one selling it, as they were in a lot of things in the beginning of the 2010s. There was a lot of stuff Amazon would sell. They would not share the buy boxes. They would say, we're not gating you in this. Then they gave it up. All right. So this is a Keepa for you. Now let's look. I love it. It's definitely a Keepa. Keepa's a Keepa. All right. So let me refresh the page. Let's bring up SellerAmp. Let's see. SellerAmp. 'Cause, 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 How do I, hold on. There we go. Here we go. All right, let's bring up SellerAmp. All right, so the price, we can get this for $19.99. So this is what's great about SellerAmp here. Now, we punch in the price, all right? It's showing you the amount that you're going to get it for if you sell it at this price. But we're going to scroll down of SellerAmp here, and we're looking at the prices. Let's look at FBA prices, $36.89. We saw we see this 25 at $46.82. Didn't we see that on Keepa Here? So what SellerAmp is doing is pulling in information. $43.52, $46.42. Its FBA is starting at $36.89. So that's the price that we would type up here. Now what this has, $36.89, $4. It tells you your profit, your ROI, and everything right off the top. Okay. If you look down, it tells you basically what's on Keepa. Illustrated. Here's a tiny Keepa chart in straight prices here. All right. So that's basically what it does. Now, I want to see Google. Oh. Say this is all clustering. This is one thing I love about SellerAmp. Suppose it's all clustering here. If I click this, opens, it has a SAS web app. So if I click this, it opens up the title on its own page. Everything is much more laid out, neater and cleaner. You can see it off of the Amazon page. This is something that I really, really love here. So now I can compare this all offers. I could go back to the FBM, put in the 36.89. All right. I know that this seller here is selling for 40. I would sell 44.99. This is where I would price it. Make $11. I believe that I would sell this according to Keepa. This is why no matter what, if you keep, a lot of them are promoting get SellerAmp, but use Keepa as well, because we could come back and look at the price history of Keepa of when it was selling for third party FBA. 38, 38, 38, 47. Look at the data, the buy box statistics. 43.52 1 day ago. This person sold it 1 day ago. Now they have a high review count, so that's probably a part of the reason that they're getting such a big piece of the buy box. But I would try it at a higher price, and then you can lower the price a little bit. Don't tank it. Don't tank the price, people. All right. So this is fantastic. Here's your ROI at that price. It tells you your total fees. The fees are higher for box sets than single DVDs. Amazon total Amazon payout after its fees, not including your costs, because it doesn't know what your costs are. And Amazon share the buy box. Amazon's not been seen in over 6 months. Private label, nope. No known IP issues. That's something that Keepa doesn't have, where it tells you about IP issues. So SellerAmp does tell you about IP issues. It also tells you it has meltable. Are there variations to this? There's the answers to these are no. So this is the lowest buy box price, right? Not the buy box that you definitely want to sell. Lowest FBM, okay, and it does show you FBM here. Let's take off the prime. FBM 34.24. Somebody just dropped it 34.06. You see what's happening here? So they probably charge a shipping price on top of it. This does not include shipping. So if they charge $4.99 shipping, the price is going to be $40, just about. All right. For these discounts, I think if you have this is if you get a discount. Suppose you get a gift card discount or something like that from a website. So if you're buying this from Walgreens and you're getting a 3 for 2 special and you click 3 for 2, it tells you your profit margin on each one if you do that. It's a quick way to do math. So that's what this is about. All right. Let's go to BuyBot Pro. Now for BuyBot Pro, I'm going to turn off Seller Amp, and I'm going to click on the BuyBot Pro extension, and it should pop up. BuyBot Pro takes out the Keepa chart though. Let's see if the Keepa comes up. It does not. Yeah. BuyBot Pro and Keepa are not on. There's the BuyBot Pro charts right there, which I'm used to and I've been using a lot. I do like their chart. Keepa chart's the best, but I do like the BuyBot Pro chart over Seller Amp. Not saying anything's wrong with the Seller Amp chart. I think it's great. I just think BuyBot Pro is a little better. All right, the price on this, we're looking at $19.99. There is one of the. If you notice the prices we see between Keepa, Seller Amp, and BuyBot Pro are different for their low end prices. So $443. But if we click this analyze, it gives you this kind of information. Can you sell it? Seller Amp has this too. If you're not, it's going to be red here. You could click a button here and it can ungate you. I just like the ease of use of this. I like the big green Fisher Price colors because I'm a simple kindergarten brain adult man. Here's your, tells you if your IP, if you have an IP issue. There's your ASIN, BSR, predictor, like good stuff. We're going to come down here and we're going to look at, it's saying an average of 72 per month. All right. One said 60, one said 58 or something like that. You know, hey, it is what it is. So there's your 25 right there. We know who that is. That's the T3 Family Movies. We saw it on the Keepa there. And then we're going to look down at the BuyBot Pro charts. All right. So you can go ahead and punch back in your number. Say I was going to go for 44.99 instead. Gonna come down here all the way. The chart shouldn't usually all be down here, but there it is anyway. All right, let's sales heat map. It tells you a hot time for sales. When it's darker, the darker the red. Over here at this point, we weren't hardly selling anyway. That's why the rank is all the way up here. The rank started going up in that white spot there. Your offer count started going up here, and no one was selling it. Well, wasn't many sales. All right, let's get rid of everything here. We know Amazon. Let's see the same thing. Was Amazon on the listing? Now this one only goes to 2,800 days, but there was Amazon was on the listing. The date margin here is a little clearer than the others. All right, they made it a little clearer, but here Amazon stopped being on the listing about right when they said about 5 years ago, January or so of 2018, almost 5 years ago. All right. There's the FBA prices. Let's take it back to 30 days. There's the FBA. Okay, it's $48. Look at them taking the price here to $34. Tank. FBM tanking prices and stuff like that. So they want to look at this, and I may be pricing at $40-something. I may be pricing it too high because it hasn't sold that in a couple of weeks at that high price because there's too many people on the listing. All right, so if that many people are on the listing, the price is going to stay kind of low. So then you'd have to judge. If I went to 36.99, right? You'd have to make that judgment. Is $4.51 at 22% ROI good enough for you? For me, my answer would be no, because it looks like a lot of people are on the listing and are going to stay on the listing, as we've seen between all three charts for quite a while. All right. So I'm going to pause this video and put my face back on the screen and talk to you all a little bit about this. All right. Okay, guys. So we've seen Keepa, just brief overviews of Keepa, of Seller Amp, and BuyBot Pro. I didn't say anything negative. I don't want to say, some things do some stuff that others don't do. Some things are clearer than other things. Like I want to say about the positive. I like BuyBot Pro's layout. I just like the layout that it is when it's right on the Amazon screen sharing with the product. All right. I like Seller Amp has a separate page for it. Both of them will give you IP alerts. All right. You can make comparisons between both. Both of them will give you IP alerts. And also Keepa gives you, I think, more detail about who's selling it more. If Amazon's selling the buy box, if it's sharing, you can see a little clearer in Keepa also if the brand owner is selling it, if the brand owner is sharing the buy box. If they're the only person selling it, even if you're ungated in it, do not sell it. Keepa will show you that a little bit more often. It gives you pretty much details of dates, exact period points, with the drops and the sales. You can see that a little bit clearer on Keepa than you can on the other two, but the other two do show it. The numbers are slightly different because let me tell you who's the only people who know exactly when something's sold on Amazon is Amazon. Remember, software is just a guide. It is not the end-all be-all. You do depend on it for your business, but use your own brain and use your own mind to make sure that you get what you think you're going to get out of it. All right. So you want to make sure that if you're buying something and you want to make a $10 profit or you want to make a 40% ROI, and you go there and you see the buy box price is this low, and you see you're only going to make $3 on it, you automatically throw it away. But you really delve into the software and you see that low price is listed by one seller who dropped to take the price, but the normal price in selling is $10 more than that. There's your money. So you have to use the software to make those kinds of decisions. Or you want to sell something in that same situation and you go there and you see, oh my God, I can make 20 bucks off of this. And you go buy it and then you go find out the brand owner's on it. The brand owner's on it, don't buy it. If the brand owner is on a listing, even if other people's on a listing, my suggestion to you is don't do it. Because what happens is the brand owner is just slacking. Eventually, all those people may get an IP threat from them. It's happened to me. It happened to me recently, where they threatened to do whatever. So you know what I did? I tanked the price, made like a $6 profit instead of a $14 profit, and sold it. I knew it would sell. It was selling every day at that price. My turn hadn't come up for the buy box yet. But as soon as I got that letter, I told them, okay, no problem. I'm going to take it down. And I went and sold it. All right. So guys, the links to the Keepa, you can get the Keepa for free. All right. It will not show you. I think it'll show you a couple pieces of information. Also, they all have web apps. They all have apps on their for the phone, for your iPhone. I think for your Android too. And my next video, part 2 of this, we're going to go over all 3 of the web apps, all 3 of the apps briefly. It's not going to be a long video, and we're just going to take a look at them and how they work. All right. Meanwhile, Happy New Year, guys. Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed your holiday. I will see you in 2023. I am going to enjoy the rest of this week, getting ready for some big changes in my life, which you'll see in the video coming up on January 1st, my 2-year anniversary. This is Gary D for DIY Dollar Bills. Happy holidays.
When you need someone you to talk to, I will be there to give you help. Please change your mind, well easy. Negativity is not an option. When you need someone you to talk to,